My name is Mona Beller. I'm 27 years old, a brand new doctor. Tonight is my twin sister Gabby's medical school graduation party, and my own mother texted me. This is Gabby's night. Do not show up and embarrass this family. 4 years ago, my mother called me sobbing. Your father's cancer is back. Insurance won't cover the chemo. We're $35,000 in debt and about to lose the house. I was only 6 weeks into my first year of med school. I emptied my entire savings, $11,850, and took out a $25,000 private loan at 9.5% interest. I sent her nearly $37,000 to save my father's life. 9 months later, Gabby had her dream destination wedding in Napa Valley that cost over $31,000. Tonight, even though I wasn't invited, I still sent a gift. When the MC read my card out loud in front of 200 guests, including Gabby's wealthy in-laws, the entire room went dead silent. My mother panicked and sprinted toward the stage to snatch the microphone. But she was too late. And what everyone discovered in the next 30 seconds destroyed my family right there in front of everyone. Before I tell you what happened tonight, let me take you back to where this all started. If you've ever had someone in your family take advantage of your trust, maybe they borrowed money they never paid back. Maybe they guilt-tripped you into sacrificing something important. Drop a comment and let me know. You're not alone. The Bradford Hall Ballroom gleamed under crystal chandeliers when I walked in at 5:30 p.m. White tablecloths, centerpieces with white roses and eucalyptus, Gabby's signature colors since her wedding 4 years ago. Everything looked perfect, expensive. Exactly what my mother had been planning for months. I stood in the doorway with the gift envelope in my purse. I wasn't on the invitation list, but I had every right to be here. Same medical school, same graduation date, same degree from Rutgers, different celebration. Mona? Oh my God, I didn't think you were coming. Rachel Stone, Gabby's maid of honor, still holding that title 4 years after the wedding. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. Wouldn't miss it, I said. I walked past the seating chart posted by the entrance. 200 guests. Table 1, Bennett family. Table 2, Beller family and extended relatives. Tables 3 through 12, Gabby's friends, colleagues, Tyler's work connections. I scanned the list twice. My name wasn't there. My mother saw me from across the room. Her champagne glass stopped halfway to her lips. For just a second, her face went white. Then she recovered, smiled, started walking toward me. Douglas and Constance Bennett sat at the head table like royalty surveying their kingdom. Douglas, silver hair, navy suit, the kind of posture that comes from 30 years winning cases in courtrooms. Constance, pearls, Chanel, the smile of someone who chairs 3 charity boards and knows exactly how much her approval is worth. They donated $50,000 to Rutgers Medical School last year. Their name is on a plaque in the atrium. My mother had mentioned it at least twice a month for the past 12 months. The Bennetts are very selective about family associations, Mom had told me last Christmas. We're so lucky Gabby found Tyler. I watched Constance lean toward my mother, saying something that made Mom laugh. 2 women from completely different worlds, pretending they belonged in the same one. Near the bar, my father stood talking to his brother. Jeffrey Beller, chemistry teacher for 30 years at Westfield High, beloved by students, proud father of twin daughters. He wore the same gray suit he wore to Gabby's wedding. The same suit he wore to my white coat ceremony, the one Mom forgot to attend because of a migraine. Both my girls, doctors, I heard him say to someone. Gabby's going into pediatrics. Mona's doing emergency medicine. Couldn't be prouder. He didn't know that in less than 3 hours I was about to show him exactly who his wife really was. The MC tapped the microphone. Tyler's college roommate, Ryan Mitchell. Professional, polished, experienced at these Bennett family events. Welcome everyone to celebrating Dr. Gabrielle Beller-Bennett. Applause filled the room. Gabby stood, waving, radiant in a cream dress that probably cost more than my monthly rent. Tyler kissed her cheek. The perfect couple. The perfect celebration. Ryan outlined the evening. Dinner, speeches, then gift opening. We'll be reading cards aloud and acknowledging each guest's thoughtfulness. It's a Bennett family tradition. Public acknowledgement, transparency, and gratitude. My mother had explained this tradition to me once. Constance believes in public gratitude, she'd said. Every gift gets opened. Every card gets read. No exceptions. At the time, I'd thought it was sweet. Now, I knew it was perfect. The gift table sat on stage left, visible to every single guest. A microphone positioned right next to it. Tradition. Protocol. No privacy. I found my seat at table 11 with distant cousins I barely knew. My mother caught my eye across the room. She mouthed something. We need to talk. Now. I smiled, shook my head, and walked to the gift table. I placed my envelope right in the center, made sure Ryan saw me do it. He glanced at it, felt the weight, looked confused. 9 by 12 inches. Manila folder. Heavy. He had no idea what he was about to read. Let me take you back to September 12th, 2021. Sunday afternoon, 3:47 p.m. I was in the anatomy lab at Rutgers Medical School. 4th floor, surrounded by flashcards with muscle origins and insertions I'd been staring at for 19 hours straight. First exam in 3 days. 6 weeks into med school. I was drowning, but I was managing. My phone buzzed. Mom. I almost didn't answer. Almost. Mona. Thank God. Her voice was wrong. Shaky. Breathless. I didn't want to tell you like this. Your father. The cancer's back. They found something in his follow-up scan. The flashcard slipped from my hands. What do you mean, back? Dad's been cancer-free for 18 months. I know. But the oncologist called yesterday. There's a mass. They need to start chemo immediately. Background noise on her end. Television low, papers rustling. Normal sounds. Nothing that suggested emergency. What did they say about treatment options? That's the problem. Her voice cracked. Insurance denied it. They're calling it experimental. We got the bill yesterday. $35,000 for the first round of chemo. They want payment upfront or they won't start. I sat down on the library floor. $35,000. My student loans wouldn't disburse for another 2 weeks. I had $847 in my checking account. Rent was due in 5 days. Mom, that can't be right. Dad has teachers' union coverage. That's comprehensive. That's what I thought. But they sent a denial letter. I can email it to you. Mona, I don't know what to do. They said if we don't pay within 30 days, it goes to collections. We could lose the house. I should have called Dad. I should have asked to see actual medical records. I should have done 100 things differently. But I was 23 years old, 6 weeks into medical school, and my mother was crying about my father's cancer. Send me the letter, I said. I'll figure something out. The email came at 4:23 p.m. PDF attachment, insurance denial, Jeffrey Beller. I opened it on my phone. Medical terminology I was just learning to parse. Treatment protocol does not meet criteria for standard of care. Experimental classification. Patient financial responsibility estimated $34,850. It looked official. Letterhead. Case number. Claims adjuster name. Jennifer Hartwell. Senior reviewer. National Health Administrators. My finger hovered over Dad's contact. I almost called him directly. But I stopped. Dad hated talking about his cancer. During his first battle in 2019 and 2020, he'd shut down every time I asked about symptoms, scans, prognosis. Your mother handles the medical stuff, he'd say. "I just show up and get poked with needles." Mom was a nurse practitioner. She spoke the medical language. She coordinated with oncologists. That was their dynamic. And I was scared. Scared that if I called Dad directly, I'd hear fear in his voice. Scared he'd tell me something worse than what Mom had said. Scared I'd break down crying and make him comfort me when he was the one fighting for his life. So I let Mom be the intermediary. That was my first mistake. I called Gabby. "Did you know about Dad?" "Mom told me this morning." Her voice was high, panicked. "Tyler's helping me look into charity care programs. But Mona, I don't have any money. My loans barely cover rent." "How much do you have saved?" "Like $600? I'm sorry, I can't help." Gabby lived in a one-bedroom in Hoboken. Rent $1,650 a month, paid by Tyler, her boyfriend of 8 months. She worked part-time at a cafe for spending money. I lived in a studio in Jersey City with 2 roommates in a converted living room. Rent, $925 a month. "I'll handle it," I told her. "Focus on school." That night, I opened my savings account. Balance, $11,850. 5 summers lifeguarding at the community pool. Graduation gifts from high school and undergrad. Birthday money I'd saved since I was 16. 3 years of tutoring high school kids in chemistry. Every dollar I'd saved for residency application fees, for interview travel, for the security deposit on a real apartment someday. Mom texted at 11 p.m. "Did you see the letter?" "Mona, I'm so scared. Your father keeps saying he'll be fine, but I can't lose him. I can't do this alone." I transferred $11,850 to my mother's account at 1:34 a.m. Available balance, $0. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't study either. I just stared at that zero. But $11,850 wasn't enough. I needed another $23,150. Student loans wouldn't cover medical expenses. Federal aid was maxed. I had no credit history, no cosigner, no collateral. I found CrediFast personal loans online. Bad credit okay, fast approval, funds in 48 hours. The loan officer's voice was bored, transactional. "Best I can do for someone with your profile is $25,000 at 9.5% APR, 6-year term. Monthly payment $385. Total repayment $27,732. Do you understand these terms?" "Yes." "And you need this for medical emergency, family member." The paperwork came through email. I signed everything. Application submitted September 15th. Approved September 17th. Funds deposited September 19th. I transferred all $25,000 to my mother's account the same day. Total sent, $36,850. Mom called when the money hit her account. She was crying. "Thank you. Thank you. You saved your father's life. I'll never forget this." I believed her. Why wouldn't I? October 2021. My first overnight shift at University Hospital doing phlebotomy. 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Drawing blood from patients who couldn't sleep, who were scared, who had real medical crises. I'd go straight from the hospital to anatomy lecture at 8 a.m. I learned to sleep sitting up. 20-minute power naps between patients. "Mona, are you okay?" My lab partner stared at me during a dissection. "You look like you haven't slept in days." "I'm fine." "You're falling asleep standing up." 3 jobs running simultaneously. Phlebotomy at $14 an hour, tutoring at $25 an hour, hospital cafeteria on weekends at $13 an hour. About $2,100 a month before taxes. After taxes, $1,680. Rent, $925. Loan payment, $385. Groceries, $120. Transport, $80. School fees and books, $150. Phone, $40. I was $20 short every month. So I started donating plasma, twice a week. $50 per donation. $400 a month. I needed every dollar. December 2021, final exams. I'd been running on 4 hours of sleep per night for 3 months straight. I fainted during a practical exam. One moment I was identifying nerve branches on a cadaver. The next I was on the floor with my supervisor calling my name. Ms. Beller, when did you last eat? This morning. A lie. Last meal. Granola bar yesterday afternoon. When did you last sleep a full night? I couldn't remember. I'd lost 14 pounds. Started at 138, down to 124. My iron was 8.2, severely anemic from the plasma donations. I was studying blood pathology while my own blood was depleted. The school nurse recommended counseling. I said I would go. I didn't. I had a shift in 4 hours. Every Sunday I called home. How's Dad? Good days and bad days. The treatment is hard, but he's fighting. I'd ask for specifics. Labs, regimen, scan dates. Mona, I don't want to burden you with medical details. Focus on school. Dad's oncologist has it under control. Mom, I'm in med school. I can handle details. The important thing is he's getting treatment, thanks to you. I researched colon cancer recurrence protocols. Standard second-line therapy cost $3,000 to $8,000 per cycle with insurance. Typical course, 12 cycles. $35,000 up front didn't make sense. But I was a first-year student. What did I really know? Thanksgiving 2021. I couldn't afford time off. 3 shifts scheduled. Gabby posted photos from home. Family dinner. Dad carving turkey, Mom's pumpkin pie. Dad looked fine, healthy, no hair loss, no visible weight loss, none of the standard chemo side effects. I texted Gabby. Dad looks good in the photos. Yeah, he's doing really well. Treatment must be working. Which hospital is he going to? I'm not sure. Mom handles all that. I told myself. Everyone responds to chemo differently. I worked my shift, drew blood from 23 patients, went home at 6 a.m., made $112 before tax, sent half to the loan payment, bought ramen with the rest. January 2022, first semester grades posted. Anatomy, 74%. Physiology, 76%. Biochemistry, 71%. I'd passed. Barely. Gabby's grades, 88%, 91%, 89%. She studied in libraries. I studied between patients drawing blood. She slept 8 hours. I slept 4. Medical school class rank, 142 students. Gabby ranked 23rd. I ranked 118th. Same genes, same upbringing, different financial burden. My advisor called me in. Mona, these grades are concerning. First semester is foundational. I understand. Are you working? I see you're not in study groups. I have a part-time job. I need it for expenses. Student loans should cover basic living costs. They don't. Not for me. Financial aid sent an email. Student loan refund available, $2,850. I could have used it for food, for rest, for books. I sent it to my mother. For Dad's next treatment. She replied with a heart emoji. February 2022. I ran into one of Dad's former students at the hospital. College kid, appendectomy, chatting while I drew his blood. Wait, you're Mr. Beller's daughter? How's he doing? Is he back at school yet? What do you mean, back? He's been out since September. Sub's been teaching chemistry. We all thought he was still recovering. Jeffrey Beller took medical leave September through December 2021. 4 months. Short-term disability through the teachers' union. 60% salary, about $13,680 total. Money that existed, that I didn't know about. I should have asked more questions. I should have called Dad. But I was scared. Scared of what I might learn. Scared of being the daughter who demanded proof her father was dying. So I said nothing. March 2022, 6 months of working 3 jobs. I weighed 121 pounds. I had $83 in my checking account after the loan payment. Mom texted, "Great news! Dad's scans are clear. Treatment worked. Thank you for everything you did. We couldn't have done this without you." I cried in the hospital bathroom during my break. Relief, exhaustion, gratitude that the sacrifice was worth it. I still didn't know that the only thing I'd saved was my sister's wedding fund. April 2022, Gabby called at midnight. "Mona, Tyler proposed. We're engaged." I was in bed after an 18-hour day. I forced enthusiasm. "Oh my God! Congratulations! How did he do it?" "Helicopter ride over the Hudson, then dinner at Per Se. Mona, the ring is gorgeous. 2 carats. Platinum band." Tyler Bennett, investment banking analyst at Goldman Sachs. Salary, $185,000 plus bonus. Helicopter tour and Per Se dinner, probably $2,000 total. A different world, where $2,000 was a proposal, not 5 months of loan payments. "Have you thought about dates? Give me time to save for a gift." Gabby laughed. "Don't worry about gifts. Tyler's family is helping with everything." May 2022. Wedding date announced, June 18th, 6 weeks away. That's so soon. Tyler's parents are covering the venue. Someone from their social circle had to cancel. Health emergency. The Bennetts took over the booking. Stone Manor in Napa. Mona. Peak season. This never happens. That's only 10 weeks away, which is why we're doing simple and intimate. No time for elaborate planning, just family, close friends. The Bennetts have a wedding planner who handles quick turnarounds for wealthy clients. It's actually a blessing. Less stress, less cost. Mom called that night. "Isn't it exciting?" "California is expensive, Mom. I don't know if I can afford." "Don't worry about costs. Tyler's parents are covering the venue, the whole package. We're just doing simple family things. Very low-key." "How many people?" "About 200. Tyler's family knows everyone, but it's intimate by Bennett standards." 200 guests wasn't low-key. Napa Valley in June wasn't cheap. "Do you need help with anything else? Travel? Dress? Anything?" "No, honey. We have it handled. Focus on finals." June 2022. Flight to California, $520. Hotel, $180. I had $280 in my account after rent and the loan payment. I called Mom. "I can't afford the flight." "Mona, this is your sister's wedding. You have to be here." "I don't have the money." "What about your loan refund?" "I sent it to you in January. For Dad." Pause. "Right. Of course. Let me ask your father." The next day, Mom transferred $600. Note, for flight and hotel. I didn't ask where she got it. I was too grateful. Too ashamed I couldn't afford my twin sister's wedding. Gabby posted wedding details on Instagram. Photos of Stone Manor Estate. Her dress, Monique Lhuillier, not David's bridal. Custom invitations with gold foil. Wedding planner. I texted, "Wedding planner? I thought you said low-key?" Tyler's mom insisted. She's paying for it. "Mona, it's getting out of control, but they're so excited." I pushed the doubt away. Tyler's family had money. They wanted to celebrate. It wasn't my business. I arrived in Napa June 17th. Rehearsal dinner at a vineyard restaurant. Private room. 5-course tasting menu. Open bar. The bill for 50 people, Must have been $15,000. I sat between cousins I barely knew, wearing a Target dress, watching my mother clink glasses with Constance Bennett. We almost lost our house 9 months ago, I thought. I'm still paying off Dad's treatment. Maybe things are better now. I was wrong. December 23rd, 2023. Home for Christmas. 3rd year of med school. Clinical rotations. 80-hour weeks. Gabby and Tyler visiting. Gabby left her laptop open in the living room. Screensaver. Wedding photos. I touched the trackpad. Screen woke. Browser tabs. Stone Manor invoice. Monique L'Huillier receipt. Final payment confirmation. I should have closed it. I didn't. Stone Manor invoice dated July 2022. Venue rental, $18,500. Catering, 200 guests, $25,000. Bar service, $6,800. Coordination fee, $2,200. Total, $52,500. Note at bottom, paid in full by Douglas and Constance Bennett. Mom had told the truth about that part. Then I saw another tab. Wedding budget, final costs, confidential. My hand was shaking when I clicked it. Excel spreadsheet. Columns, item, vendor, cost, paid by, date paid. Paid by Beller family, $31,200. Wedding dress, $3,400. Diane Beller, March 2022. Alterations, $380. Diane Beller, May 2022. Wedding planner, $6,100. Diane Beller, February/April 2022. Florist, $3,200. Diane Beller, April 2022. Photography, $5,800. Diane Beller, May 2022. Videography, $2,900. Diane Beller, May 2022. Invitations, $1,850. Diane Beller, March 2022. Hair and makeup, $1,680. Diane Beller, June 2022. Rehearsal dinner wine, $890. Diane Beller, June 2022. Welcome bags, $2,100. Diane Beller, June 2022. Transportation, $1,900. Diane Beller, June 2022. Hotel blocks, $2,000. Diane Beller, June 2022. I took a photo with my phone. Read it again. March through June 2022. $31,200 in payments. September 2021. Mom claimed $35,000 medical debt. September 2021. I sent her $36,850. The timeline matched, the numbers matched. I opened my bank app with trembling fingers. Transfer to Diane Beller. September 12th, 2021. $11,850. Transfer to Diane Beller. September 19th, 2021. $25,000. Loan payment. October 2021 through December 2023. 27 payments of $385. Total paid so far, $10,395. Remaining balance, $15,230. She'd taken my $36,850. Spent $31,200 on a wedding. I went to my childhood bedroom. Logged into Dad's insurance portal. Member ID still saved in my phone from when I was on the family plan. Claim history, 2021. June. Annual physical, $0. September. Follow-up oncology visit, $35 copay. September. CT scan, $150 patient responsibility. December. Follow-up visit, $35. Total, 2021 costs, $220. No chemotherapy. No denied claims. No $35,000, anything. I pulled up 2019 to 2020. Dad's actual cancer treatment. Surgery, $2,850 patient responsibility. Chemo, 12 cycles, $4,380. Scans, labs, visits, $1,210. Total treatment, $8,440 billed to family. Teachers Union Cancer Fund covered, $6,617. Net family paid, $1,823. There was no $35,000 debt. There never was. I found the email from September 12th, 2021. The denial letter, PDF. I opened it with 2 more years of medical training. National Health Administrators. I Googled it. Company doesn't exist. Claims adjuster, Jennifer Hartwell. Phone number disconnected. Case number format, wrong. Medical codes, wrong terminology. It was fake. She'd created a fake insurance denial letter. She'd lied to my face. She'd stolen my savings. She'd manufactured a cancer crisis using my father's name. I should have confronted her that night. I didn't. Because screaming wouldn't get my money back. But evidence might. December 24th, 2023. Christmas Eve dinner. Mom asked about school. I said fine. Gabby showed photos from Aspen. I said they looked nice. Dad talked about his students. I smiled. How's the loan payment going? Dad asked. It's manageable. I'm proud of you for helping when we needed it. That took real maturity. Jeffrey didn't know. He thought there was real debt. He thought I'd helped voluntarily. He thanked me for a sacrifice made under false pretenses. I looked at my mother across the table. She smiled, raised her wine glass. To family. I smiled back, clinked glasses, and made a decision. I wasn't confronting her privately. I wasn't giving her a chance to gaslight me, to manipulate, to explain it away. I was going to wait, collect evidence, and let the truth speak for itself, in front of everyone. But first, I needed to understand one more thing. Late that night, I checked family bank accounts online. Jeffrey and Diane had joint checking for shared expenses, but Diane had a separate personal account, fun money they'd agreed on years ago. I found old emails on the family computer. March 2022. Subject, Wedding Fund. Mom to Dad. Good news. Remember my mother left me that inheritance when she passed in 2019? I've been saving it in my personal account. I want to use it for Gabby's wedding. The Bennetts are covering the venue, but I'd like to handle the dress, flowers, photographer. Is that okay? Dad's reply. That's generous. Your mom would be happy. How much? Mom's reply. Around $30,000. I know it's a lot, but Tyler's family has high standards. I want Gabby to feel like she belongs. Dad's reply. If you're comfortable with it, I support you. My maternal grandmother did leave Mom money in 2019. I was at the will reading. The amount, $12,000, not $35,000. Mom had lied to Dad about the inheritance amount, used it to cover the wedding. Dad believed her completely. Why wouldn't he? His wife told him she was using her inheritance for their daughter. He had no idea that inheritance money was actually my savings plus my loan, stolen through fabricated medical crisis. That was the moment I stopped feeling guilty. Dad was a victim too. I spent January through March 2024 building the evidence file. Bank statements. Loan documents from Credifast. $25,000 at 9.5% APR, 72-month term. Payment history. 28 months of $385. Wedding budget spreadsheet screenshot. Vendor receipts I obtained by posing as family creating a memory book. Dad's insurance records. The fake denial letter. Mom's texts. We're $35,000 in debt. Dad's treatment isn't covered. You saved his life. Timeline matching my transfers to wedding payments. Emails about the inheritance lie. Grandmother's will proving inheritance was $12,000. I met with a law student who specialized in family financial abuse. Free consultation at Rutgers. Is this fraud? Can I sue? Potentially, but family court is messy, expensive, slow. You voluntarily transferred money. You'd have to prove misrepresentation. So I have no recourse? Legal action is complicated, but social consequences, public exposure, those are free. She leaned back. If you want your money back, leverage matters more than lawsuits. What does your mother value more than $36,000? Her reputation. I printed everything, 3-hole punched, organized in a binder with tabs. The binder sat in my closet for a year, waiting. 2024 passed. I kept working, kept studying, kept paying $385 every month. Every payment, I thought, this is Gabby's flowers, her photographer. Mom's lie in monthly installments. I kept distance from Gabby, polite but cold. She noticed but didn't push. Tyler's parents invited our family to Christmas 2024. I declined. On call? Another lie. I was home, updating my evidence folder. I was waiting for an event big enough, public enough, with witnesses who mattered. October 2025. Gabby's group text, graduating med school in December, early track, party planning starts. Mom replied immediately, so proud, let's make it unforgettable. I texted privately, what about me? I'm graduating too. Of course, honey, it's for both of you. November 2025. Invitations went out. Celebrating Dr. Gabrielle Beller Bennett. Not Doctors Mona and Gabrielle Beller. Just Gabrielle. I called Mom. Where's my name? Honey, it's Gabby's party. She's married to Tyler. The Bennetts are co-hosting. It's complicated. I graduated too. I know, we can do something small for you later, but this is Gabby's moment. I looked at my evidence binder. Perfect. December 2025. I drafted the card. Version 1, too angry. Version 2, too vague. Version 3, too long. Version 18, perfect. Dear Gabrielle, congratulations on your doctorate. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. I wanted to give you something meaningful for this milestone. Since your wedding was such a beautiful celebration of your love and commitment, I thought I'd share how that celebration came to be. Enclosed, you'll find the complete budget breakdown for your June 2022 wedding, $31,200 in family contributions. Bank statements showing my transfers to Mom in September 2021, $36,850 total. The loan I'm still repaying, $7,615 balance remaining, $385 per month until September 2027. Dad's insurance records from 2021, showing $220 total medical costs, not $35,000. The fabricated denial letter Mom sent me to justify the emergency. Dad's emails where Mom claimed inheritance money funded your wedding. Grandmother's will showing actual inheritance was $12,000, not $35,000. Mom told me Dad's cancer treatment wasn't covered, that we were $35,000 in debt, that we'd lose the house. I sent her every dollar I had. I took out a loan at 9.5% interest. I worked 3 jobs. I barely passed first year. You had a beautiful wedding. Stone Manor. Monique Louillier. 200 guests. I hope it was everything you dreamed of, because I paid for it. With love and congratulations, your twin sister Mona. I printed it on heavy cardstock, enclosed all documentation in a professional folder. February 14th, 2026. Night before the party. I added one more thing, A check. Made out to Gabrielle Bennett. Amount: $7,615. Memo line: final payment, wedding balance. I wasn't asking for money back. I was showing exactly what I'd paid. I signed the check, sealed the envelope. Tomorrow, Ryan Mitchell would read it aloud. Tomorrow, 200 people would know. Tomorrow, my mother would face everyone she'd been lying to. I slept well that night, for the first time in 4 years. So here's my question. If you found out your own mother did this to you, stole your money, lied about your father's health, funded your sibling's dream while you went into debt, would you confront her privately? Or would you do what I did? Comment, private or public. Back to tonight, February 15th, 2026, 5:30 p.m. I placed my envelope on the gift table. Center position. Impossible to miss. Ryan walked past, organizing gifts. He picked up mine. Felt the weight. Looked confused. My mother saw me at 5:50 p.m., grabbed my elbow. Mona, I didn't think you'd come. It's my graduation too. This isn't the time to make a scene. I'm not making a scene. I brought a gift. Her eyes narrowed. What kind of gift? The kind she deserves. Mona, please, don't ruin this for your sister. I'm not ruining anything. I'm just telling the truth. I walked away. She couldn't follow. The Bennetts were watching. I found Dad at the bar. Mona, you made it. Wouldn't miss it, Dad. I'm so proud of both my girls. Doctors. Can you believe it? Dad, can I ask you something? Of course. How are you feeling? Health-wise? He looked confused. Great. Why? Do I look sick? No. You look really healthy. Have you had any issues since 2020? Not a thing. Clean scans every 6 months. Remission holding strong. Why? Just wanted to make sure you're okay. I love you, Dad. I love you too, sweetheart. He hugged me. I held on longer than usual. In 2 hours, everything would change. 6:05 p.m. Douglas and Constance Bennett entered. Power couple energy. They owned every room they walked into. Diane rushed to greet them. Douglas! Constance! Thank you for coming. Air kisses. Perfect smiles. Diane, Jeffrey, you must be so proud. A doctor in the family. 2 doctors. Dad corrected gently. Mona graduated too. Constance glanced around. Oh? Is she here? I waved from across the room. Her smile was polite. Practiced. She didn't know me. I was the other twin. The one who didn't marry wealth. In 90 minutes, I'd be the only one who told the truth. 6:30 p.m. Ryan took the microphone. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, we honor Dr. Gabrielle Beller Bennett. Applause. Gabby stood, radiant. Tyler kissed her. After dinner and speeches, we'll open gifts and read cards aloud. Bennett family tradition. Public acknowledgement. Transparency in gratitude. Constance leaned toward my mother. Public acknowledgement is so important. Diane laughed nervously. Of course, such a lovely tradition. I checked my watch. 6:32 p.m. Gift opening at 8:45 p.m. 2 hours and 13 minutes. I ordered water. Sat down. Waited. Dinner was herb-crusted salmon, $85 a plate. Diane had mentioned the menu 3 times. I ate slowly, tasted nothing, watched my mother laugh with Constance Bennett, watched Dad toast Gabby, watched Tyler's parents smile, oblivious. The gift table sat on stage. My envelope, 3rd in the stack. Perfect position. Impossible to skip. 8:43 p.m. Dessert plates cleared. Lights dimmed on dining area, brightened on stage. Ryan took the microphone. Time for my favorite part, celebrating Gabby through gifts. First gift, from Aunt Caroline. Standard card about being proud. Framed inspirational quote. Applause. Second gift, From Tyler's work colleagues. Dom Perignon. Card wishing continued success. More applause. The rhythm was established. Gift. Card. Applause. Ryan reached for the third gift. My envelope. He picked it up. Felt the weight. This one's substantial. He joked. The room laughed. He broke the seal. Pulled out the folder. Thick stack of papers. Oh wow, this is thorough. More laughs. He opened it. His smile faded slightly. Professional recovery. This is from Mona Beller. Scattered applause. A few ahs. Dad from his seat. That's my other daughter. Constance politely. How lovely. A sister's gift. Ryan pulled out the card. Heavy cardstock. Typed. He started reading aloud. Dear Gabrielle, congratulations on your doctorate. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. Standard opening. Smiles in the audience. I wanted to give you something meaningful for this milestone. My mother stood up. Chair scraped loudly. Ryan, maybe we can... Ryan, confused, kept reading. Since your wedding was such a beautiful celebration... His voice slowed. Reading ahead. Realizing. I thought I'd share how that celebration came to be. Murmurs in the crowd. Gabby's face. Confusion. Tyler's hand on hers. Enclosed you'll find the complete budget breakdown for your June 2022 wedding. He pulled out the spreadsheet. Held it up. $31,200 in family contributions. The number hung in the air. Douglas Bennett's eyebrows rose. Tyler's parents paid $52,500 for the venue. Who paid $31,200? Bank statements showing my transfers to Mom in September 2021. Highlighted statements. $36,850 total. Diane was moving toward the stage. Ryan, that's private. Stop reading. Ryan looked to Constance Bennett. She nodded. Keep reading. Transparency is protocol. The loan I'm still repaying. $7,615 balance remaining. $385 per month until September 2027. Jeffrey stood up. What loan? Mona, what loan? Ryan pulled out loan documents. Credifast letterhead. 9.5% APR. 72-month term. Dad's insurance records from 2021. EOB forms. Showing $220 total medical costs, not $35,000. The room went completely silent. 200 people. No one breathed. Jeffrey's face went white. Douglas Bennett leaned forward. Constance's hand over her mouth. Gabby. Tears starting. Tyler. Jaw clenched. Ryan's voice shook now. The fabricated denial letter Mom sent me to justify the emergency. He held up the fake letter, compared it to real insurance records. Mom told me Dad's cancer treatment wasn't covered, that we were $35,000 in debt, that we'd lose the house. What? Jeffrey's voice cracked. Diane, what is this? Ryan kept reading. No stopping now. I sent her every dollar I had. I took out a loan at 9.5% interest. I worked 3 jobs. I barely passed first year. Diane had reached the stage. Ryan stepped back. Security moved toward her. Douglas raised a hand. Let her speak. This is a misunderstanding. Mona is confused. The medical bills were complicated. There were no medical bills? Jeffrey's voice filled the room. My insurance covered everything. I was in remission. Ryan continued reading. You had a beautiful wedding. Stone Manor. Monique Louillier. 200 guests. He pulled out another document. Dad's emails where Mom claimed she used inheritance money to fund your wedding. Grandmother's will showing actual inheritance was $12,000, not $35,000. Jeffrey turned to Diane. You told me you were using your mother's inheritance. You told me it was $35,000. It was close to... Your mother left you $12,000. I was at the will reading. Constance Bennett to Douglas. We paid for the venue. Where did the other $31,000 come from? Douglas, reading the spreadsheet Ryan held up. According to this, Diane Beller paid for everything except the venue using funds stolen from her other daughter. Ryan, finishing the card. I hope it was everything you dreamed of. Because I paid for it. The check fell out of the folder. $7,615, made out to Gabrielle Bennett. Memo. Final payment. Wedding balance. With love and congratulations, your twin sister, Mona. Complete silence. Then Gabby started crying. Not delicate tears. Sobs. Tyler's arm around her, but his face. Betrayed. Jeffrey crossed to Diane. You told me Mona helped voluntarily. You told me the insurance was complicated. You told me... He stopped. Couldn't finish. Constance Bennett stood. Douglas, we need to leave. Ice. Final. Diane, desperate. I did it for Gabby, so she could have her dream. The Bennetts were paying for the venue, but we had to contribute. I couldn't let them think we were poor. Douglas, voice cutting. So you defrauded your other daughter? Fabricated medical debt? Lied to your own husband? It wasn't fraud. Mona had savings. She could afford it. She was a student. Jeffrey's voice broke. She took out a loan. She's still paying it. Guests were standing. Some heading for exits. Some pulling out phones. Rachel Stone stared at the budget breakdown. She'd helped plan that wedding. She'd wondered how the Beller family afforded it. Now she knew. Douglas approached Jeffrey. Mr. Beller, we need to discuss this privately. My wife and I were not aware. I wasn't aware either. I stood up from table 11, walked to the stage, took the microphone from Ryan. I didn't come here to ruin Gabby's party. I came to return a gift. My voice, calm, steady, 4 years of practice. Gabby, I love you. You're my twin. This isn't about you. This is about Mom making a choice to build your dreams on my sacrifice without asking, without telling you, without telling Dad. Gabby through tears. Mona, I didn't know. I swear. I believe you. But Mom knew. She let me work myself sick. She let me take on debt. She let me think I was saving Dad's life, while she was booking photographers and florists. Diane, broken. I was trying to help both of you. Gabby needed a good start. Tyler's family expected. You were trying to impress people who wouldn't care if you just told the truth. You cared more about appearances than integrity. More about Gabby's wedding than my education. More about keeping up with the Bennetts than being honest with your own husband. Jeffrey to Diane. How could you? How could you use our daughter like that? How could you use my cancer? Diane had no answer. I set the microphone down. Looked at Gabby. Congratulations on your degree, Dr. Bennett. You earned it. I hope you enjoy the party. I walked off stage. I didn't stay. Grabbed my purse. Walked to the exit. Behind me, chaos, raised voices, crying, the sound of a family imploding. I pushed through the doors into February cold, clear sky, stars. I breathed. 4 years, 4 years of $385 monthly payments, 4 years of lies. The silence in that room when 200 people learned the truth at once, that mattered more than any private conversation ever could. My phone buzzed. Text from Dad. Where are you? Please wait. I need to talk to you. I got in my car. I'd talk to him. Just not tonight. Tonight the truth was enough. Truth. 20 minutes later, sitting in my car, hands shaking, I watched the texts come in. Dad, 9:02 p.m. Mona, please, where did you go? I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Please call me. Dad, 9:04 m. Your mother is... I don't even know what to say. I had no idea. None. Gabby, 9:06 p.m. Mona, I'm so sorry. I never knew. Mom told me it was inheritance money. I would never have let you do that. Please call me. Unknown number, 9:08 p.m. This is Douglas Bennett. I apologize for reaching out directly. Your father gave me your number. What happened tonight was unconscionable. If you need legal counsel, contact my office. No charge. I put the phone face down, started the engine, drove home. Inside the ballroom, Rachel Stone stood frozen. Half the guests had left within 10 minutes. The other half couldn't look away. Constance Bennett gathered her things with cold efficiency. Douglas spoke quietly to Jeffrey, lawyer to victim, not in-law to in-law. Gabby sat at the head table, mascara running, Tyler's arm around her. She kept whispering, "I didn't know. I didn't know." Tyler's face was unreadable. Constance to Diane, ice cold. "I don't believe we'll be attending any further Beller family events." Diane grasping, "Constance, please. This is a misunderstanding." Douglas, cutting in, "Mrs. Beller, I've reviewed the documentation. Bank records don't exaggerate. Insurance records don't lie. I strongly suggest you consult an attorney." The Bennetts left at 9:18 p.m. No goodbye to Gabby. Just a nod to Jeffrey. Sympathy for a fellow victim. The message was clear. Diane collapsed into a chair. Jeffrey stood 10 feet away, staring at his wife like he'd never seen her before. Most guests had left. Jeffrey sat down across from Diane. Gabby and Tyler hovered nearby. "How long?" Jeffrey's voice was quiet. "What? How long have you been lying to me? About the money? About Mona? About your mother's inheritance?" "Jeffrey, I can explain. 35 years of marriage. I thought I knew you." Diane tried every angle. "I was trying to protect Gabby's future. By destroying Mona's? You don't understand how hard it is, having daughters marry into wealth. I understand you faked a cancer crisis using my body. Mona is exaggerating. I saw the insurance records, Diane. I saw the fake letter. I saw my own emails where you lied about your mother's will." Silence, then. "I just wanted one daughter to have everything, to not struggle, to marry well, to have the wedding she deserved. And what about our other daughter? What did she deserve?" More silence. "I'm staying at my brother's tonight. Don't call me." He walked out. 35 years. Over in one night. Gabby sat in the empty ballroom at 10:30 p.m., Tyler beside her. "Did you really not know?" "I swear. Mom told me it was Grandma's inheritance. Your grandmother left her $12,000. I know that now." Gabby pulled up the wedding spreadsheet on her phone, saw her mother's name next to every payment. $31,200. She'd never asked where the money came from. Just assumed parents save for weddings. "Tyler, your parents are never going to forgive this. My parents aren't the problem. Your family committed fraud, and I'm connected to it now." He didn't finish the sentence. "Say it." "Our wedding was funded by stolen money." Tyler worked in investment banking. Reputation mattered. Background checks included family. Douglas Bennett, managing partner. Zero tolerance for fraud. Constance Bennett, philanthropy chair. Social standing built on trust. Tonight changed everything. "I need to call Mona," Gabby said. Tyler nodded, said nothing. That silence spoke volumes. 11 p.m. Diane sat alone in her car in the parking lot. Empty venue behind her. Phone dead. She'd built this carefully for 4 years. Maintain relationship with Bennett's. Secure Gabby's position. Present successful family image. One envelope. Everything gone. She told herself it was for Gabby, that Mona was stronger, that the wedding was an investment. She'd never planned for Mona finding out. Never planned for public exposure. When she finally charged her phone, 6 messages from her sister. "What the hell happened? People are texting me about fraud?" 3 messages from book club. "I don't know what to say." One message from her clinic boss. We need to talk Monday morning. Nurse practitioners can't commit fraud. Medical licenses require ethical standards. She just jeopardized her career, her marriage, her reputation, both daughters. For a wedding, for appearances, for pride. By midnight, someone's recording of Ryan reading the card had 847,000 views on TikTok. Comments flooded in. This is insane. Imagine faking your husband's cancer to fund a wedding. The twin who paid not even being invited is crazy. Everyone's saying the sister who exposed it is wrong. She's still paying the loan. The husband didn't even know. By Sunday morning, 3 local news stations had reached out for interviews. I ignored them all. The story was out. I didn't need to say another word. Monday morning, 9 a.m. My phone rang. Douglas Bennett. Ms. Beller, I won't take much time. My wife and I spoke with Gabrielle and Tyler yesterday. We've made a decision. Okay. We're requiring the $7,615 remaining on your loan be repaid within 30 days. Tyler and Gabrielle will cover it. Not as a gift, but as restitution. Mr. Bennett, I don't want Gabby to. This isn't about what you want. This is about what's right. Your sister benefited from fraud, even unknowingly. She's accepting responsibility. He continued. Additionally, we're requiring them to donate an equivalent amount to a medical student emergency fund in your name at Rutgers. What your mother did should never happen to another student. I was silent. Ms. Beller, you were wronged. These are small steps toward accountability. Thank you. And Mr. Bennett, I'm sorry your family got pulled into this. Your mother pulled us in, not you. Monday afternoon, Dad called. I filed for divorce this morning. Dad, you don't have to. Yes, I do. She used my cancer. She used your fear of losing me. I can't be married to someone who would do that. He'd stayed at his brother's Sunday night. Monday morning, met with a family law attorney. Pro bono, referred by Douglas. Grounds. Fraud. Breach of trust. Financial abuse. He'd moved his clothes out while Diane was at work. Left his wedding ring on the counter. Dad, where are you staying? Small apartment near the school. Month to month. I need space. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize. You told the truth. That took courage. His voice cracked. Your mother called 17 times yesterday. I haven't answered. I thought I knew her, Mona. 35 years. Tuesday, Diane's supervisor called her in. The conversation. Patients saw the video. They're concerned about trustworthiness. You're a healthcare provider. Trust is fundamental. You fabricated a medical document. That raises questions about judgment. The offer. Unpaid leave, minimum 3 months. Ethics review. Possible license investigation. Alternative, resignation. Diane took the leave. 3 patients requested new providers. 2 cited the video. The New Jersey Board of Nursing received an anonymous complaint Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday evening, Gabby showed up at my apartment. I didn't answer the buzzer. She texted, Mona, please, I'm downstairs. I need to talk. Me. I'm not ready. Gabby. When will you be ready? I need to apologize. Me. I believe you didn't know, but you benefited. For 4 years you had the wedding, the marriage, the life Mom bought you with my money. While I work 3 jobs. I need time. Gabby. How much time? Me. I don't know. What I didn't tell her. Every time I looked at her, I saw the dress, the flowers, my $31,200 walking around in white lace. I knew intellectually she didn't know. Emotionally, I needed space. Gabby. Tyler's parents won't speak to me. I'm scared I'm losing my marriage. I'm scared I'm losing you. Me. Now you know how I felt September 2021. Wednesday, February 19th. Email from CrediFast Personal Loans. Subject: Loan number CF-2021-8836. Paid in full. Payment received: $7,615. Source: Tyler Bennett. Remaining balance: $0. Loan closed. 4 years, 4 months. 52 payments of $385. Tyler paid the final balance in one transaction. Separate email from Tyler. Mona, this doesn't fix what happened. It doesn't erase 4 years. But it's a start. Gabby and I are also donating $7,615 to establish the Mona Beller Medical Student Emergency Fund at Rutgers. Students facing real crises shouldn't have to choose between education and family. I'm sorry we never knew you were struggling. Tyler. I downloaded the loan closure confirmation, printed it, framed it. Not as a trophy. As a reminder that I survived. My next paycheck wouldn't have $385 auto-drafted. That money was mine again. Thursday. I wrote 2 emails. To Diane. Mom, I don't want contact. Not calls, texts, emails, or showing up. What you did was calculated fraud. You planned it, executed it, maintained it for 4 years while watching me suffer. I'm not interested in explanations. When and if I'm ready, I will reach out. Until then, no contact. Mona. To Gabby. Gabby, I need 6 months minimum. No visits, no calls, texting only if necessary. I believe you didn't know, but I need time to separate you from what happened. When I see you, I see the wedding. I need that to fade. I love you. You're my twin, but I need distance to heal. Mona. Mom responded 2 minutes later. 17 paragraphs, explanations, justifications. I deleted it unread. Gabby, 30 minutes later. I understand. I'll be here when you're ready. I love you. Dad, that evening. I'm proud of you for setting boundaries. Want dinner this weekend? Just us. Yes, just us. Friday, February 21st. 1 week after the party. I woke up, checked my bank account. No pending $385 payment. Balance: $1,247. All mine. I made coffee, watched the sun come up over Jersey City. 3 unread texts from Mom. Blocked. 0 from Gabby. 1 from Dad. Dinner tomorrow? My treat. 6 p.m. works. See you then. The reckoning wasn't over. Divorce would take months. Mom's professional consequences pending. My relationship with Gabby fractured. But the loan was paid. The truth was out. And I had something I hadn't had in 4 years. Control. Control over my money, my boundaries. Who had access to my life? That was enough. Late March. Saturday morning coffee with Dad. 6 weeks since the party. You look good, Dad. I feel lighter. Is that wrong to say? No, it's honest. He'd lost 8 pounds. Not from stress. From finally sleeping through the night. Small apartment near school. 1 bedroom. New furniture. His own space. The house goes on the market next month. Splitting equity 50-50. You're being too fair. Maybe. But I don't want vindictiveness. I want out. His therapy. Twice a week. Processing 35 years ending. Processing betrayal. The therapist asked if I ever suspected. And Mona, I didn't. I trusted her completely. That's not a flaw, Dad. That's who you are. She broke that trust. You didn't. March 30th. A handwritten letter from Gabby. Not email, not text. Physical letter. Dear Mona, I'm not asking you to respond. Just read this. I went through every wedding expense. Listed every vendor, every cost. Dress, $3,400 of your money. Flowers, $3,200 of your money. Photographer, $5,800 of your money. I walked down the aisle in a dress you paid for. Carried flowers you paid for. Have photos you paid for. And I didn't even invite you to my graduation party. Tyler and I paid off your loan, created the emergency fund. But that doesn't give you back 4 years. I've been seeing a therapist. She asked how I could not know, how I never questioned where Mom got $31,000. The answer: I didn't want to know. On some level, I must have known it didn't make sense. But I didn't ask because I didn't want the answer to ruin my wedding. That's not an excuse. It's the truth. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know. I see it now. I see what you sacrificed. I see what Mom took. And I see my role in not asking questions I should have. When you're ready, if ever, I'm here. Love, Gabby. I read it 3 times. I appreciated the honesty, but I wasn't ready yet. I put the letter in a drawer, not thrown away, just saved. April 2nd. I matched into emergency medicine residency. Johns Hopkins, Baltimore, my dream since undergrad. Program director's email. Your dedication while managing significant personal challenges demonstrates exactly the physician we want to train. Starting salary, $68,000, with no $385 loan payment that felt like wealth. I called Dad first. I got Hopkins. Pure pride in his voice. Your mother's going to hear about this. Dad, I don't care if she does. Good. Neither do I. April 10th. Rutgers announced the Mona Beller Medical Student Emergency Fund, initial endowment, $7,615 from Tyler and Gabby. The story went viral. Donations poured in. By April 10th, $23,480 total. Fund criteria: genuine family medical emergencies, verification required, grants not loans, prevent predatory lending. Dean's office. Ms. Beller, would you serve on the advisory board? Yes. My name on the fund. Not as victim, as survivor who created something good. April 15th. 2 months after the party. Mom's final email. Subject: I'm sorry. Mona, I know you don't want contact. This is my last message. I've lost my marriage. I'm on professional leave. My daughters won't speak to me. I'm facing license review. I didn't think it would go this far. I thought I was helping Gabby. I thought you'd never find out. I was wrong. I'm not asking forgiveness. Just saying, I'm sorry. Mom, I wrote a response in my journal. Never sent it. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. I deleted the email. Maybe someday I'd respond. Maybe in 5 years, 10 years, maybe. But not today. April 20th. I signed a lease in Baltimore. Small 1-bedroom near Hopkins. Move in, June 1st. Residency start, July 1st. I packed my Jersey City apartment. 4 years of memories, 3 jobs, $385 payments. I threw away my plasma donation card. Kept the loan closure confirmation. Dad helped me pack. Baltimore's only 2 hours. I'll visit. I'd like that. And Mona, I'm proud of you. Not just for becoming a doctor, for standing up for yourself, for telling the truth even when it was hard. Thanks, Dad. My phone buzzed. Gabby. Good luck in Baltimore. I'm proud of you. Even if you're not ready to hear it, I needed to say it. I didn't respond, but I didn't delete it either. April 28th. 2 months, 13 days since the party. I drove past my old hospital, the one where I'd worked night shifts. Drew blood from 2,847 patients. Made $14 an hour. Sent half to loan payments. I didn't stop. Just drove past. New life waiting. Some relationships rebuilt. Some fractured forever. And that was okay. I'd learned. Protecting yourself isn't selfish. Setting boundaries isn't cruel. Telling the truth, even when it destroys carefully constructed lies, isn't vindictive. It's survival. I pointed my car toward Baltimore, drove toward a future that was finally completely mine. 6 months later, October 2026, Hopkins Emergency Medicine Residency, 12-hour shifts, real emergencies, real patients. I loved it. First paycheck without $385 deducted. $4,830 after taxes. I opened a savings account, put $1,000 in it. For the first time since September 2021, saving money for my future. You want to grab drinks after shift? Yeah, I can do that. Simple. Normal. I didn't have to calculate if I could afford a $12 drink. That freedom. To say yes without mental budget calculations. I'd never take for granted. October 18th. Dad visited Baltimore. Saw my apartment. It's small, but it's mine. It's perfect. You have a couch. You're not sleeping in a converted living room. Progress. Dad's divorce. Finalized September. Clean split. He'd started dating another teacher. Slowly. Carefully. I'm not rushing, but it's nice to spend time with someone I can trust. You deserve that, Dad. So do you, Mona. October 25th. Email from Rutgers. The fund had awarded its first 3 grants. Second-year student father's emergency surgery, $2,800. Third-year student mother's cancer treatment, $3,200. First-year student siblings accident, $1,900. All verified, all legitimate. All students who would have taken predatory loans. Email from one recipient. Thank you. You have no idea what this means. I can focus on school instead of 4 jobs. Because of you. I cried reading it. My suffering created something that helped others. The fund had $31,450 total, almost exactly what Mom spent on Gabby's wedding. The symmetry wasn't lost on me. November 2nd. 8 months of minimal contact. Gabby texted, "Can we talk? Even just 10 minutes?" I thought for 2 days. Voice call, Saturday, 2 p.m. Thank you for answering. I'm not ready for in-person, but I can do a call. That's more than I deserve. 23 minutes. Not about money. Not about the wedding. Just life. Her residency. My residency. Dad. Tyler. At the end, I miss you. I miss you too, but I'm not ready for us to be what we were. I know. I'll take what you can give. Monthly calls. Just calls. Rebuilding from zero. Maybe someday we'd be twins again. Maybe not. But at least we were talking. November 10th. Cleaning out old emails. Found the fake insurance denial from September 2021. 5 years of medical training later, every error was obvious. I was 23, 6 weeks into med school, terrified of losing my father. Of course I believed it. That doesn't make me naive, it makes me human. I deleted the email. What I kept: loan closure, first grant award, Gabby's letter, Dad's proud text. What I deleted: Mom's justifications, the fake letter, old budget calculations. The past didn't define me. It informed me, but it didn't own me. November 15th. Walking into the hospital for night shift. A med student stopped me. "Dr. Beller? Can I ask something?" "Not a doctor yet. Still a resident." "Close enough. I heard about the emergency fund. Is it true what happened?" "Parts are public. Parts are private." I wanted to say thank you. My roommate got a grant. She would have dropped out otherwise. You helped her. I nodded, kept walking. That student didn't know the whole story, didn't know about the party, the exposure, the implosion. She just knew. Someone created a fund that helped students in crisis. And maybe that's what mattered most. My name is Mona Beller. I'm 28 years old, emergency medicine resident at Johns Hopkins. 4 years ago, my mother stole $37,000 from me using a fabricated medical crisis. I worked 3 jobs, took a loan at 9.5% interest, barely passed first year. Then I told the truth. In front of 200 people, at my sister's graduation party. It destroyed my family, ended my parents' marriage, fractured my relationship with my twin, but it also freed me. The loan is paid off. The boundaries are set. The truth is out. And I'm standing in a hospital, wearing scrubs I bought with money that's actually mine, about to save lives, because I survived. That's the real ending. Not revenge, not vindication, just survival. And the knowledge that I'll never let anyone weaponize my love again. I'm Dr. Mona Beller, and I'm finally debt-free. Financially, emotionally, and completely. If this story resonated with you, here's what I want you to take away. If someone in your family weaponizes guilt, creates fake emergencies, or makes you feel like you owe them your future, you don't. You don't owe anyone your silence. You don't owe anyone your sacrifice if it's built on lies. Drop a comment if you've ever had to set a boundary with family. I read every single one. And if you want more stories like this, hit subscribe. Because trust me, this isn't the only time family drama got exposed at a public event. I'm Mona Beller, and I'm finally free.